Isn't it just amazing? You can take something like a large deep dish pizza and put it in your mouth piece by piece, munch it up, swallow it down, and before you know it, the entire large deep dish pizza fits inside of your stomach. Let's talk about Lions football.
Elbow, forearm, he's going to be down.
The result of the play is a touchdown.
And the flag that was thrown on this was picked up.
I don't know, did it get the face mask?
Only do that if you're telling the official you're reporting.
The Lions hangover.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brad, and it is time for the Lions Hangover Podcast Preview Edition. Before we get started, of course, please do not forget to rate and subscribe wherever you hear this podcast. Please give it 5 stars, give it a little thumbs up, give it a little plus sign, whatever you feel is necessary. Just follow along because, you know, it helps. It helps. And tell your friends about me because that helps too. Be like, hey, there's this dumb guy. He has no idea what he's talking about, but there's something appealing about him, so I'm going to keep listening, and you should listen too. You could say that word for word, verbatim. If you need me to send you a script to tell your friends about me, I will let you know exactly what to say. And of course, don't forget to find me on all social medias. You got the X, you got the Facebook, and you've got the Instagram. That's right. The Lions are playing. Oh, man. There it is. Okay, sorry, I was trying to multitask here. The Lions are playing the Seattle Seahawks, where their overall record is 13-5. Sorry, Seattle is leading the series 13-5. Seattle has 13 wins to our 5 losses. Damn it, I still can't say that right. Seattle has 13 wins, and they only have 5 losses. That means we've only won 5 times. We've lost 13, and we haven't won since 2012. 12 years. We have not beaten Seattle. Okay? 12 freaking years. And we've lost, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those matchups in a row. 6. You have to go to our 7th matchup to even have a W in our column here. So don't forget, last year, we lost 37-31 in overtime. Most of these games look like they've taken place in Detroit. And of course, we had that crazy blowout 48-45 in 2022 at the start of the season. That was right after that Philadelphia game too, man. We were just hanging in there with all those teams in the very beginning of that 2022 season. This is game 1 of the guaranteed victories that I mentioned in the preview of the season preview edition. When I was tallying up the wins and losses, this was guaranteed victory number 1. I say it's time for the Lions to get over this hump, and it starts with the Seattle Seahawks. This is a team that we've not been able to beat in obviously a long time, as I've just discussed. This is a team where we've made their offense look amazing. This is a team where our offense has looked amazing, but are just not amazing enough, and our defense has been relatively absent. The last time we held them under 20 points, the last time we held them under 15 points, we still lost that game, was in 2015 when they beat us 13-10 in October 5th, 2015. That's the last time we held them under 15 points. So this is a team that puts up points on us for some reason. Geno Smith lights us up, okay? And he is a mobile quarterback. He's not known for his speed or his legs, but he is a guy that can move around. He can run. So we are going to need all hands on deck. Now, we will be absent Mr. Davenport. Did we talk about that? I don't remember if we talked about Davenport. I've played 1.5 games, so now I'm going to miss the rest of the season. I've only played 4 games last year, and we signed him to a 1-year contract. The 1-year contract I'm good with, but man, this dude, how can you be in the NFL and be so injury prone? And I'm not saying he's faking it, but it's like these things add up, dude. These things add up. Does everybody have this? I mean, there's plenty of guys that go through their entire career with minor injuries. I mean, the weekly bang-ups and stuff, but it just makes me mad. We get a dude, we're hoping he's going to help us out, and I wish him the best, but with his track record, I wouldn't bring him back. But we're not talking about next year yet. We're just talking about the Seattle Seahawks. So, Geno Smith, dude, I'm tired of Geno Smith. He's a good quarterback, but is he a top quarterback in the NFC? He's top half because the NFC is weak. But when you think of the great quarterbacks in the NFL, he's not in my top 10. He's probably not in my top 15. So, man, I don't know. He might be 14. I'm trying to do a quick rundown in my head of quarterbacks that I would want on my team. I'm not trying to disrespect him, because he's had our number. But it's like, how do we keep getting beat? So we no longer have to worry about Pete Carroll. It's Mike McDaniel's show now, who came from the Ravens, who came from Michigan. So he's kind of a defensive guru, so it's going to be a tough battle there. But Monday night at home in Detroit, I think the rust is finally coming off. I think we've scraped all of the rust off. Jared Goff played smart last week. I'm looking to build on that. And I also feel like David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, they're a premier duo in the NFL. And I look for them to run all over Seattle. The power rankings, though, Seattle is 3-0, and the power ranking, they're the 11th ranked power ranked team. The Lions, by comparison, 2-1, they're ranked number 4. For week 4 power rankings, the Lions are ranked 4th. So the Lions are getting all this respect in the league, and Seattle's not, and that kind of worries me. I think we're going to win. I have to stand by my prediction. But I'm just throwing out all of these other things here, Like I have to look at the whole picture. I can't just go off of, my psychic ability. I have to take an educated guess here as far as how I think the game is going to go. But one thing we have going for us is Aiden Hutchinson, because he's the highest graded edge defender so far this season with a 93.4. TJ Watt is second with a 92. Myles Garrett is third with a 91.6. Josh Hines-Allen is fourth with 89.7. And Nick Bosa is fifth with 87.6. Our boy, Aiden Hutchinson, leading the way, man. Leading the way. There was some more accomplishments, too, that I wanted to give a shout out to. Kirby Joseph, he ranks first in completion percentage allowed, 22.2%. He's tied for first in passer ratings allowed with 0. He's tied for third in highest interception rate with 22.2%. Kirby Joseph is a shutdown safety so far this season, okay? And I mention these accolades, these accomplishments that these players have, because we're going to need them to step up. We are going to need them to step up. So that's our defense. Our offense, we have the NFL's first running back duo since 2006 to each produce 70-plus scrimmage yards in each of a team's first 3 games of a season. Okay? Last time this happened was the Saints, Reggie Bush and Deuce McAllister. That's our Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. These guys are weapons. I want it to be their show. Okay, something else that can't happen is Jared Goff. He's thrown a pick 6 in the last 2 or 3 games against Seattle. You got to take care of the ball, dude. Okay, we got some injuries coming up too. Some injuries. Frank Ragnow is going to be out. Okay, and it seems like Graham Glasgow is going to take over for center. Now, I like Graham. He can do just fine at center, replacing Frank Ragnow. He's got big shoes to fill because Ragnow is the best center in the league, now that Kelsey is out in Philadelphia. But this does worry me because even though I think Jared Goff is going to be smart with the ball, he's not going to throw an interception this week. Okay, he better not. He's not going to throw a pick six. But I do worry about a mishandled snap. I do worry about a fumble, okay? I worry about Goff not being able to get a good grip on the ball, right? I think that's a legitimate worry. As Graham Glasgow moves over, I think they're going to bring in, God, I can't say his name, Awasika. I think that's it. So he's going to take over at the guard position. Seattle, though, they're banged up as well. Their defense is kind of banged up. They're missing 2 linebackers, a defensive end, and a defensive tackle. And they have another linebacker, Jerome Baker, who is questionable. Okay? So linebacker Boye Mafe. God, I suck with these names. I'm sorry. Defensive tackle Byron Murphy II. Defensive end Leonard Williams. He's out. And linebacker Uchenna Nwasu. God, I hope I got that one right. All of those guys are out. Questionable is Jerome Baker, though. Another hamstring. Okay. The Lions, they put Ifeatu Melifonwu on IR today. He's already missed the first 3 games. He's going to miss another 4, not including the bye week. So he's going to be out at least another 5 weeks. So it'll be like week 10 before we get him back. Okay. Frank Ragnow, I already said he's going to be out. All right. Ennis Rakestraw is questionable, or he might be out as well. He did have limited participation in practice. Brian Branch, though, full practice, coming out of concussion protocol. Alex Anzalone, he's back, full practice. Okay, we only had 2 guys on the injury report, and Ragnow was one of them. I think Rakestraw was the other one. So Laporta, he's full practice. Aleem McNeil, he's full practice. Okay, Levi Onwuzurike, he's full practice. All these guys are good to go, but we are missing a key piece, and that's Frank Ragnow. So hopefully Melifonwu will be good. He suffered that injury in the second preseason game against the Chiefs, his ankle injury. So hopefully he'll be good when he comes back because, we're going to need some depth, especially at that time. God, I hate having that bye week so early, week 5. Yeah, man. I'm trying to think what else. I don't think scoring points is going to be the problem. I just hope our defense is ready to go. We're going to be relying on our defense. We need to get pressure on Geno Smith. We need to take, Kenneth Walker is going to be playing. He's a running threat. Not too worried about him because we're great against the running backs. The Lions defense is amazing against the running backs, but we're going to need to hold Geno Smith to under 30 yards. Okay. Last week it was 50 yards against the little guy. If we could hold him under 50 yards, it was going to be a good game. We need to hold Geno Smith to under 30 yards. It's going to be a good game. We need to hold Geno Smith to under 220 yards passing. It's going to be a good game. Okay. We need more from Jameson Williams. He needs more than 1 catch. And that's not his fault necessarily. He only had 3 targets. We need more targets. We need better passes from Goff to get to Jameson Williams, right? We need to continue to get Amon-Ra St. Brown the ball, right? He had a great week last week. He had that key 3rd down pickup last week. Goff had that amazing scramble last week to secure the win, basically, right? We need these things to continue. Last week was the first week where I felt like, okay, Goff has finally got it. He's finally playing smart again. But we need him to take it one more step further. We need him to be a weapon this week. We need Amon-Ra to be a weapon. We need everybody to be a weapon. This is a team that we haven't been able to get past, okay? And this isn't the Niners. This isn't the Chiefs, you know? And we've been able to hang with Seattle, and Seattle is not elite. But for whatever reason, matchup-wise, we don't match up well against these guys. We just don't. We haven't. And it's not just this regime. It's not the previous regime. This is since they came into the league, 1976, whenever that was, 1974. We've played these guys 18 times. We've only won 5 times. This is the span of our franchise. This isn't just Dan Campbell. This isn't just Brad Holmes or Aaron Glenn or Ben Johnson. This is something that's been going on for a while. And occasionally we get lucky and we beat Seattle, but it doesn't happen often. All right? And it's not like Seattle's in the NFC Championship year after year. This is a very beatable team. And whatever they have on us, whatever mental block is in our head, we have to put that away. We have to get past that. I think we can do it. I am actually predicting a low-scoring game. I don't think, well, I should say low-scoring in context to, you know, how we play. Both offenses seem to be on fire every time we play. Like I said, it's 2015 to 2005. When did I say the Lions held them to under 15 points? I think it was 2005. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Rewind if you need to hear it. So for us, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I am predicting... Just trying to think about it in my head, man. You're going to take a pick six away. Pick sixes is not going to happen. There will be no points off of turnovers on our end. I think it's going to be a 24-17 Lions victory. That is what I'm expecting. 24-17. Lions are going to win by a touchdown. 24-17. I think that can happen. I don't think that's unreasonable. Man, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a battle. Monday Night Football. And did you see the giveaway is those lighted bracelets? That's not a giveaway. Every other time, those are already at our seats. I hate it when they do that. Give us something cool. We love the bobbleheads. Let us have bobbleheads. I'm still bitter I didn't get a Jahmyr Gibbs bobblehead week 1. That was a huge mistake. Got there too late, man. Got there too late. Jahmyr Gibbs, if you hear me, please send me a bobblehead of you. Yeah. I wonder who else would be a bobblehead. Right? All right. That's it. I feel like I've previewed this, man. Seattle, they're going to come in ready to go, but they're due to lose. And we are due to win 3-0. They're coming in 3-0. We're 2-1. We have a chance to go into the bye week 3-1. Wow, man, I hate this stupid early bye week. We'll talk about that for the post-game show. Post-game show will probably be out Tuesday because it's going to be getting home late Monday night. So it'll be early Tuesday, I think. When I get up, I'll do one before I go to work. So, okay. I think that's it for me. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I'm just going to repeat myself, man. Laporta better have 4 catches and 50 yards and a touchdown. He needs a touchdown. Jameson Williams needs a touchdown. And, God, who's going to get a touchdown between Gibbs and Montgomery? I feel like you can always rely on Montgomery. I think this is going to be Gibbs' game, though. I think he's going to get a receiving touchdown. So those are our 3 touchdowns right there. Jameson, Laporta, Gibbs. Those are our 3 touchdowns. And then, of course, 35-yard field goal from Jake Bates. I'm good with that. Oh, boy. I don't even want to try and guess Seattle's. But, yeah, 24-17. That's my score prediction. I will see you guys for the post-game show. It's going to be a fun post-game show. I'm going to have more energy than I have now. I'm doing this late Saturday night, but I wanted to get it out, obviously, before the game, so everybody had a chance to listen to this. So I'll have more energy. I'll have better stats, better charisma. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to rate and subscribe. Thank you. All right, you guys have a good one. Good night.